everyone, and welcome back to Mystic Destinies Echoes. We are finally back for more of this game. We are currently in, I would say, Chapter 8. I swear to God, I was not crazy when we last ended off on that last episode, and it showed the title screen or the chapter screen as Chapter 7, and when we already did Chapter 7 previous to that episode. So I'm gonna call this Chapter 8, okay? I don't know what the title would be called, but like anyways, this is where we are. So last time we left off, we finally visited the library that we were meant that we our main goal or our main objective to this whole visit to Avalon was to go visit the library of Avalon to look up books that had potential translations from to the Atlantean language through the Avalonian language, I think, because it derived from it. Kind of like that thing, like Latin languages. All Latin language kind of derived from like the same sort of like pool. So like even if you speak Italian, there's like it's easier to learn French because there are some words and some like grammar structures that are like really similar, so it's easy to pick up. Kind of like the same thing with Avalonian, and like Atlantean, and that was to help us translate the prophecy better from like the little page of prophecy that we got. So we were translating away, and apparently one of the cultists that we captured had this artifact on them, and we were trying to study up on that as well, like what the hell does it do, kind of thing. But unfortunately, that turned out to be like a little key portal for Mister Muir to further possess other people. Like so, he through the artifact which Mickey, Shinji's mom, was holding, he was able to possess Mickey. So we're back on that bullshit again. So we get into a fight. We get into a major fight with possessed Mickey and everybody else that was present, and we were getting our ass whooped. And of course, in the midst of it all, possessed Mickey managed to grab onto Shinji's dad, who I forgot his name. It's been so long. I'm so sorry, you guys. She grabbed him, nearly killed him because Cillian, our dear knight friend, was so frozen in like shock and confusion, paralyzed with shock and confusion, that he hit himself because he was conflicted with whether or not he's actually protecting the royal family, or if by attacking them he is breaking his oath to solemnly swear to protect them, kind of thing. Like he's in a conundrum basically. But of course Shinji was just like, what the fuck, man? Like there's like, clearly she's possessed by Muir. She's no longer my mother that you're sworn to protect. You need to snap out of it, and you need to like get in on this fight because we are losing pretty badly. So, or some people about to die, like the king about to die here. So that finally snapped him out. Cillian went full full beast mode, and he managed to help us subdue Mickey possessed Muir and into unpossessing her. We had a little plan concocted. We managed to get the artifact away from Mickey. We destroyed it, and that's what stopped the whole possession. But anyways, it just further proves that we have no plan to stop this guy. Like, he is a god. He is an ancient god who has been sitting in his own saltiness for like 10,000 years or so, whatever, a hella long time. And so we're like, what the hell do we do? Like, his saltiness is just too powerful. We need help. So we're trying to like figure it out. We're like, stewing on it, and then of course, Katsu comes up with the brilliant idea of summoning one of the actual dragons, like the dragons that they have to the dragon clan has descended from. So it's like actual dragons, because for them they're half dragons. So he's like, let's go summon Sisu. So he calls up Tatsuya, who brings this whole little notebook of like ancient spells and summonings, and they go to a beach and we meet them there, and they do this whole little summoning circle thing, and they manage to summon the water dragon in which Katsu was descended from. And he's like, hey man, like you're a dragon, you're an actual celestial being that was tasked to protect or to fight against an actual god. Maybe you can perhaps lend us a hand, lend us a claw, to help us suppress or defeat Muir. And Mr. Water Dragon, I forgot his name. Aquari something. He was just like, ooh, sorry, my dude. Like, I don't do that kind of thing anymore. Like, that's just not my saying anymore. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm just out here chilling now. Like, that's all I do, and I'm living the good life. And like, I don't want to get I don't want to get like, involved in all that and like, messy stuff, because that's not good for me either. Because apparently fighting like a corrupt god or something, or like messing with the chaos magic is like they need to cleanse themselves afterwards. So he's just like, oh, I don't get involved with that. So he's just like, yeah, you're on your own. But like, he leaves us with a tidbit of information that we could possibly use to our advantage, which is to like the whole cleansing thing, the cleansing ritual. We could is a possibility that we could use to help suppress Muir. Like, we may not actually kill him, but we may be able to cleanse him of his chaos, of the corruption of chaos in him. So there's that. He leaves that Zoom call with more troubles for us than we had gone into it. So that's it. That's where we are. We go back home. We go back to the castle with that on our hands, with that information. So yeah, that's it. So let's continue on and see what the crew is planning to do. Like, what now kind of thing. Like, we got some help, but now we just like, how do we do it? So when Katsu and I arrive back at the castle, we're informed that we're going to be leaving tomorrow. Okay, so cool. All right, to Atlantis. Okay, that's really fast. We're going right away? Oh, we're going right away. With utter delight and suppressed screams, Katsu ran off the pack immediately, of course, because he's like, oh my god! Ancient city that I've only ever heard in my childhood stories. We actually get to go see it! He's nerding out, he's geeking out. I enter the throne room to attend the strategy meeting. Right. I plan to tell them what progress we made with Aquarius, that's his name, and find out why the hell we're going to Atlantis. Like, right away, like right now, at this moment. Well, not this moment, but like really soon, very soon. When I get there, besides the royal family, there's a newcomer. Who? Oh, hey, it's main character MC from like the main game. Yes, a young woman with long black hair that I recognize. She's someone special to my protege. Right. Tsubasa? Yeah, that's her last name. Canonically, her last name's Tsubasa. I forgot what her first name was, like, canonically, before we were able to change it. Why are you here? Oh, maybe we're just gonna refer to her as Tsubasa, which is like her last name. Yeah, Shinji brought me here to help. Okay. Tsubasa explains that she's been sensing the turbulence in the world lately and had known something was up. I could feel it, the surge of chaos. It's like a disturbance in the forest. My powers have been stronger too. Right, I got worried, but no one's been telling me anything. When I heard about the cult's mass attacks, though, I figured something was up. Yeah, hard to ignore that kind of stuff. Tsubasa explains that they caught Shinji when he came back to Chowa, and that he explained what was happening in Avalon. Then she and Takumi had gone to search her ancestral home. Okay, my mother, she certainly knew a lot about rituals. Oh yeah, hella. Not only power transference, but binding and sealing ones too. Oh hey! When I heard that Muir had been sealed away by priestesses, I thought maybe we could try to strengthen that seal. My mother had sealed away a goddess before, so I knew that she must have had some spells that could be useful. Right. Did we get in on that story? I can't remember. Probably. It sounds very familiar. Yeah. Yes. I think it was in relation to Hikaru's route. No, we were dealing with a goddess in Hikaru's route. A very, like, what's it called? Scorned one, yes. We searched the entire land that she owned all day. Eventually, Takumi tripped over a piece of metal in the dirt far away from the house in the fields. It was a cellar door leading to hundreds of written books about sorcerer magic. Wow. My mother left them behind in order to pass her knowledge along after she dies. Tsubasa rubs her eyes. I stayed up for 2 nights trying to find the right book to help us. Aw, you're so sweet. And did you? Tsubasa nods, holding up a leather-bound journal. I found the ritual that she used on that goddess all those years ago. I swear to God, it was the same goddess in Hikaru's route that was giving us trouble. I think that was the same goddess that, like, her mother sealed away. Now I just need to prepare for the ritual, get some ingredients, and then go to Atlantis. Yes, the Lost Empire. Lost City, yes, the Lost City. I sigh and Tsubasa nods. It's the only thing I could come up with. Well, it's very helpful compared to what we got. Although it's not like I've ever done it before, and I'm not even sure if it will work on a Chaos God. I'll need the Dawn team's help. Yeah, God knows what's waiting inside that place. Did you find out anything from the dragon god that you were talking to? You were going to talk to? Yeah, not really anything useful. I shake my head and pass on everything that happened with Aquarius. Well, that was useless, yeah, right? I was really hoping he could provide us with a less dangerous option. Nope, in fact, his option is less viable and would probably kill the casters. Ah, yes. So then, Tsubasa's ritual to steal Muir is the best chance we've got. At least we've got the cleansing one as a backup option if the sealing ritual doesn't work. Yeah, I guess. I don't like any of this, but I suppose we should be happy that we've got any options, right? We'll help you find your materials and in any other way you need, Tsubasa. But you really should get some rest today, right? But Muir could break out any minute. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I could feel his power growing by the second. Well, that's not terrifying. It is, but if you're going to do a complex draining ritual, you need to be at your best. Right, his name is Lachlan. Jesus. That's fair. She'll only have one chance to do this, so she's gotta do it right. And if he busts out of jail before then, oh well. Oh well. Whoops. We did our best. It is what it is. It is what it is. Well, I guess I can't argue with that. Yeah, with our plans settled, Mickey leads Tsubasa off to her room to rest. With the meeting over, we dissipate, and I head back to my room. Oh my god, we haven't been seeing Naoki in a while. Where has Naoki gone? I miss him. I open the door to my room and find a wholly unexpected visitor sitting there. Is it Naoki? Oh no, it's Jinsel. Jinsel, what are you doing here? Hey. He's sitting in a chair by the fire and gestures for me to sit as well. I obey, fluttering over to the chair and never taking my eyes off him. Did you come with Shinji? Yeah, maybe. Jinsel nods, yeah. I told him I was going to wait in your room to talk to you as the leader of the Dawn team. The leader, huh? Huh, yeah. If you say so. You are at the core of all of this, so it only makes sense. Besides, the name didn't give it away. I laugh. Oh, me! I thought he was referring to himself. Me, I'm the leader? Oh gosh. You're right. So, what did you come all the way here for? Are things that bad? I wish I could say no, but yes. They are. Oh. The cultist situation back home is worse. Much worse. Oh, we're talking about damn near entire towns following the word of Muir. It's like they've all gone completely insane. Oh, well, they're not even hiding behind their beliefs anymore. They scream about revenge on the world and the Alpha. And about finding Muir's heart as well. Oh, that's our friend, Pax. That sounds just like Muir himself. Maybe it's possible he's talking to them or controlling them in some way, right? I feel like that. It seems likely based on the fact that they've gained new powers, too. Whoa. New powers? Like what? Our analyst says that it's not a magic they're familiar with, so they believe it's chaos magic. Even cultists with no history of magical use seem to have gained some limited ability. Wow, this is awful. Jinsel nods with a wry smile. At least everyone believes me now about what a serious threat this is. They allowed me to take some members of the SSU with me into Avalon. Oh, okay. I was praying you found the source of all this mess here. Oh boy, did we ever. I explained to Jinsel everything that happened since we traveled to Avalon. He looks completely horrified, frankly. Yeah, damn, Shinji only told me a little. It sounds like things have been just as bad here, right? It's a mess. It's an overall mess. I'm sorry that you and the Sylphs are going through all that. Jinsel looks off into the fire, sighing. Yeah, after all this, I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna sleep for a year, sleep for a day or two, take the rest of the year off. I need a vacation after this. See what I can do to help and make amends. You're very strong, Aurelia. I shake my head uselessly, feeling weaker than ever. You're courageously facing your past, your mistakes, and trying to make up for it. That's all anyone can ask for. Well, hopefully Pax can do the same, because she's been MIA the entire time, running away from her responsibilities. Jinsil stands up. I'll see you guys off tomorrow then. At this point, all I can do is support the Dawn team's plan to stop all of this at the source. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. Occultists, when they saw Pax, they yelled the heart of Muir. I don't know what that means, but I think that phrase has something to do with Pax somehow. Although, they could just be looking for her because she's the one who navigated us there. I see. Thanks for telling me. You're right that it might be nothing new, but it could also be some very pertinent information. I'm pretty sure, like, she's like the literal heart. I don't know how she became the literal heart of Muir, but she is. Finding her may need to be bumped up on the priority list. I'll try to get some people on it, just in case the Atlantis trip doesn't go as planned. And you? What will you do after we leave? After, I'll go wherever I'm needed, whether that's Avalon or back home. Okay, with those last words, we say our goodnights. Okay. Jinzel leaves the room, and a wave of exhaustion drags me down. I climb into bed. Healing from these injuries is still so tiring. I hope I won't drag the team down in Atlantis. Atlantis. I swear I'd never go back there, but now I'm playing the hero. Pax would never have made it this far. And, to be honest, I didn't think I would. I didn't think it was possible after so many years, but maybe I've changed. Yeah, the crackling of the hearth gives me comfort from my scattered thoughts as I fall into a deep sleep. Okay, off we go! The next morning, I look up at the probably ancient wooden boat that's supposed to take us to Atlantis, filled with doubt. Wow, yeah, like where the hell did you store this? Is it Muir the god of the seas and storms? Oh gosh, yeah, what if he wakes up and decides to attack us? Could this boat even handle that? Is it enchanted in any way? Like, I hope so. The crew preps the boat while I look around at the big party we've amassed. The entirety of the Dawn team, the royal family, Tsubasa, Tatsuya, and several members of the SSU stand at the pier, saying their goodbyes. Wow, I'm nervous as hell, but I believe in you guys. Okay, same. We'll be doing our best to hold down the fort back here, so try not to die. Thanks. That's so encouraging. You've got Katsu with you, so if you've got a large handicap... Oh, you're staying, Katsu? Aw, but he should at least be useful if you run into any storms. Oh. Oh, no. Tatsuya is referring to Katsu. He's gonna come with us, so he's gonna deal with anything that's water-related. What did I do to deserve you always insulting me? A lot, honestly. Yeah, you, like, nearly killed him for the position of the head of the family, so... I'm just saying. Tsubasa. Yeah? We need to go back now. But I wanted to say good luck. Yeah. If anyone can do it, it's you. Aw, you're so sweet. Tsubasa looks a bit choked up, but I can feel the bond between these guys. He's right for once. Be safe. Use Katsu as bait to get away if you need to. Will do. Poor Katsu. He's at the butt of every joke. If all else fails, I'll begin the cleansing ritual, so none of that should be necessary. If that even works. With so many powerful and capable individuals, one of these methods should work. That's right. Honestly, I feel almost safe knowing it's in all of your hands. Okay. Wish I felt the same. Jun mutters under his breath. It's true that the Dawn team itself seems to feel a lot less confident. But I guess we are the ones going straight into hell with only vague hopes as a shield. The royal family wishes us luck, and they head back to the Spring Castle. Tatsuya goes with them, having agreed to stay in Avalon to help for at least one more day. As they do, Hikaru emerges from the ship and walks over to us. Are you coming or are you staying with us? My barrier's all done around the ship. Okay, cool, so he enchanted the ship. That's great. I don't know that it'll protect us from Muir's power, but hopefully it'll prevent any possessions. Okay, so that'd be nice. Yeah, don't want to get possessed out here. The thought of being stuck on a ship in the middle of nowhere with Muir possessing one of us is a terrible one. Thank you for doing that. With Muir's connection to the chaos, I can't guarantee he wouldn't try to get to everyone. He wouldn't try to get to everyone again through me. Muir's is undoubtedly a scary guy. Yeah, I wish there was more I could do, but fighting gods aren't covered in basic training. Yeah. Ideally, we will not have to fight him at all if strengthening the seals works. Even if we did fight, it'd be a pitifully short one. Yes. It does not matter if we die, if we can manage to stop him. Hey now, Cillian. I have different opinions on that, right? I'm Jun. I'm Jun. I'm just like, I ain't trying to die out here, guys. It'd be ideal if we could cleanse him, but the priority is not dying, right? At least we're in agreement on not dying, yeah. Hey, what are you... What, huh? Our conversation is interrupted by sounds of angry shouting on the boat. The sounds are followed by the loud splash of a crew member falling overboard. Hey now! Hey! That's too early for that. We all look at each other, then run towards the boat. What's happened? On the boat, a fierce struggle is happening between the Alpha crew members and people clearly dressed like cultists. Hey, where did you get on here? Two nearby sailors who were watching the commotion turned to us as we board the ship. We found these people stowing away on the ship. Oh, could they be those Muir cultists the king spoke of? Yes, it is. Indeed, they are. Further away from the scuffle, a woman in glasses screams at all of us. Oh no, it's that lady. Yes, Mai. You fools had better let us stay, or you'll all face the wrath of Muir. You will take us to the promised land. Oh my gosh. So she totally was involved in the cult. That lying bitch. Of course she is. Like, she's so obsessed with them. Though the only ones she'd have fully convinced with that act were idiots. Yeah. You really think it's a good idea to fight all of us? I am Muir's high priestess, Rohan, imbued with the power of Muir. Oh, I am to be a goddess. A goddess! I fear no mortal. Oh, she's Rohan? She's the one that our other friend, the one that we talked to at the bar, who was like, I don't agree with her methods because she's too violent. Then it's a good thing I'm not one. Oh, yes. Go, Tsubasa. Go get her, girl. Get her. Tsubasa raises both of her hands at Mai, then makes a sweeping motion. In that one motion, all the cultists are swept off the boat. Bye. Mai, though, stands exactly as she was, completely unaffected. Oh my gosh. Tsubasa narrows her eyes at the woman. I told you, I am Mir's chosen. Okay. Smoky tendrils begin to emerge from Mai's body. Oh gosh. I think Muir might be possessing that woman. Hikaru turns to the SSU trio. Can you guys get the crew to safety? On it. Okay, be careful. Okay, the three rush off behind us to gather the crew and return our attention to Mai. But it's clear that she is no longer the researcher as tendrils float out of her body. Oh. Yes, the chaos told me. You are coming to Atlantis. Well, I thought you had seen the truth of my works. If you were going to free me, I was going to reconsider your punishments. But no, instead, you dare to force me back into my prison! Yeah, duh. Now keep whispers behind me. Oh, what? It seems prudent that you leave too as well. Tsubasa. Yeah, the last thing we need is you getting possessed. Can he possess multiple people at the same time? Oh my god, that's trouble. But I can't just run away. The time you waste arguing is the time that could be spent running. Fighting a human woman that is possessed would be preferable to fighting an immortal sorceress. Right. Yeah, we don't need that. While the rest of the team bickers, Hikaru steps forward to face Muir. You dare to oppose me directly, half-god? I have had enough of betrayals. Then a dazzling warm light blinds me momentarily. Whoa! Oh, hey, yes, going full power mode, yes. The strange, overpowering aura radiating from this beautifully foreign being both captivates and stuns me. Aurelia, do you think you could distract him for me? Yes. Hikaru murmurs in front of me. I force myself to focus and repeat his words in my mind. I simply nod, trusting in Hikaru, who's helped save my life twice already. I'm curious and nervous, but I know better than to ask questions right now. Thanks. Okay. On 3. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Haha. The second Hikaru says 3, I bound off, fully using my wings towards Muir. At the same time, I put my hands together and shoot a huge gust of wind at Mai's body. Muir seems surprised, but sends his tendrils at me, even as he knocks away my gust. I manage to dart to the side just in time, fluttering upwards to the sky. It's all the time Hikaru needs. I hear a scream below me, and the tendrils chasing me vanish. I look down to see Hikaru is behind my mirror, his arms linked in hers, completely restricting her movement. For some reason, Muir is screaming in what seems to be pain. Get away from me! Get away from me! Don't touch me! I have no idea what's happening, but it looks like Hikaru is winning. Good. I will have vengeance! Okay, yeah, go back to sleep. Muir's pained voice and his rage, they all fade away as the tendrils around him disintegrate. Within seconds, my Muir appears to have passed out. I land back on the deck of the ship, confused but thankful. Hikaru gently lets Mai drop to the floor, staring down at her body impassively. What was that? It seems that the chaos in Mai's body was unable to keep its hold while within close proximity to Hikaru. Fascinating. To be able to see the interaction of two forces which comprise the fundamental universe firsthand. I feel genuinely lucky. He's geeking out over here. You can shove the nerd back in now, bro. I haven't interacted with any chaos being like this before, so it was only a guess based on what happened with Shinji back when I flared up my aura. Wasn't that a type of cleansing? Wasn't that the type of cleansing though? Couldn't it be possible to do that with Muir? Yeah. It'd be a lot different with Muir himself though. Yeah, I feel like this is like a smaller scaled version of it, you know. Mai was just his proxy, right? I suspect Muir possesses people by preying on the natural chaos that flows through most living beings. Some people have more than others, especially humans. That's likely why he's been looking for people who are broken, downtrodden, or mentally ill. Oh. Whatever chaos flows through Mai would be a lot weaker than what flows through Muir. So I don't expect I'd be able to accomplish that. Tsubasa's plan is our best chance. After that, we take Mai to the SSU trio, who have been retrieving the cultists from the water. We've been just fishing out cultists. Yes, we definitely should have brought more handcuffs. That's what she said. Yes, hero, stop it. I will punch you, you know. Not the time. And I won't stop her. After a brief discussion on what happened, Jinso announces that he'll be taking Mai into custody too. I had long suspected that she was Rohan, but gathering the evidence was difficult. She's a slippery bitch. Yeah. I had trouble finding shit on her too. Maybe she's the one who's been like, you know, interfering with you. Good thing she was an idiot in the end and handed herself to us. Yes. Yep. Her attack just now made my paperwork a lot easier. It'd be feeling like we were on the losing end of a war, but this does feel like a victorious battle. Yes, it is. Little victories is what counts. We helped the SSU bind the cultists with ropes, and Cillian sends for help from the Spring Castle. Hey, yeah, can you come on back because we got like a situation? Then it's time to leave for real this time. Wow. Dawn team, Tsubasa, Hikaru. Well, there's not much to say, is there? Other than don't die. You know the stakes. Just do what you can and come back alive. You're heroes, even if the world won't ever truly know the story of what went on here. Thanks. That's how history always is, isn't it? So many untold stories just fade away into the void. Oh well, we're doing it because we want to live, not for recognition. Being a protector is never for the glory. I will be satisfied enough if we can stop this god. Wow. Jinso, you stay safe too, right? Although I probably never saw it this way before. I see now that the police are heroes too. Only if you risk your lives every single day. Yeah. When I think about it like that, this is the least we could do. Oh. I accidentally scrolled back. Yeah. I'm glad you see it that way now. Right. Our farewell said we board the ship. It isn't long before we set sail. To Atlantis! Is that the end of the chapter? No. Before we'd set off, I worked with the navigator to try and narrow down roughly where I remembered Atlantis being. We still going! We figured Tsubasa or Hikaru would be able to feel Atlantis nearby at this point, with Muir's power having grown so strong. The trip itself, though, has been quiet. Thankfully, there's been way too much excitement these last few days. Exactly. And that whole situation, even before we left, like, girl. The boat itself was aided by both Hikaru's wind magic and the Alpha's own speed spells. So the navigator gave us an estimated arrival of sometime tomorrow. Wow, for once, there's nothing to do but chill until we get there. Well, we chill all we can until, you know, the shit hits the fan. Okay, in many ways, I'm not much of a sylph. but I do find myself feeling stifled quickly in enclosed spaces. I come out of the cabin area into the night, seeking fresh air. Oh, and there's Naoki. I was just gonna say, I was like, we haven't had much interactions with him at all. I turn around to see Naoki has appeared beside me without me even knowing it. I almost jump, but his presence has become something of a comfort to me. So I look up at him instead as he comes to lean on the railing. The wind gently ruffles his hair, showing his forehead and giving him a very different look altogether. Very cute. It's the power of the forehead. The silver of the moon glints off his matching eyes and reflects off his raven black hair. I find myself staring at him in awe of his cold beauty, of his translucent skin almost glowing in the moonlight. Naki finally looks down at me, not caring as the wind pushes his bangs aside. Captivated, I can't look away. Tomorrow, is it? We'll be heading into the lion's den. I find that I can't immediately respond, and Naki probably, thankfully, takes it as anxiety over tomorrow. I haven't been able to make good on my promise to protect you. It's fine. You've gotten hurt so many times, and I thought my heart would stop every single time. Aww, Naoki. My heart squeezes at his whispered words. I keep telling you, I'm used to this. My body might be fragile, but... well, I don't want you to be. Huh? Naoki turns to me suddenly, placing his hands on my shoulders. Surprised, I look up at him. I look up into his intense, clear eyes. I don't want you to ever have to say that you're used to getting hurt again. You're... Naoki closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Precious to me. Aww, I'm precious. Why? Fears and doubts I'd been keeping to myself suddenly bubble up, demanding to be answered. Why do you like me so much? Hesitating briefly, Naki lets go of my shoulders and turns away before answering. Yes, now more than ever, because we're about to potentially go into a very dangerous situation where we may or may not die. I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of people be saying, like, don't die on us, but, like, you know, that's the chance. It's not zero. Chances are not zero. It's not little. There's still a chance, you know. I've been alone for a long time. So I'm precious to you because you're lonely? No, lonely. Perhaps I have been, but that's not what I meant. I should explain. Okay, I don't want you to think that I'm using you to fill that loneliness. Not for a second. You have Jun though. Why would I be anyone special? Naki sighs and leans back over the railing, his hands loosely clasped together. Acquaintances, friends, even best friends and family. I have all those things, yet so do many people. And most of the world is still suffering from loneliness. Naki sounds so far away. The ability to make a meaningful connection consistently enough to satiate our loneliness often remains just out of reach. It's why people can feel alone in a crowd. If others around you don't feel the same way as you do about them. Naki looks at me. Isn't that a kind of loneliness? Right. Thinking about it as the wind tousles my own hair, I nod. I felt lonely back in Avalon with my people, and around many others. Pax included. Naki nods and looks back at the sea that matches his colors so well, right? It's a unique and yet common pain we encounter. And after a while, a void opens up and begins to expand. So, we fill ourselves to the brim with other things. Anything else, everything else. Even people. Even knowledge. Naki pauses, still not looking at me, before continuing on. But sometimes we can meet someone that we can connect with. Someone who enjoys our company as much as we enjoy theirs. And with that deep connection, every day is bliss. And while it lasts, anyway. Naki looks down at me. I met someone like that twice in my life. Once when I was a young man studying for my first degree, and again when I met you. Oh, I look into Naki's sparkling eyes, feeling that I'm being pulled in. I can hardly grasp the full gravity of what he has just said. He's confessing to you, girl. So instead, I focus on the easier question in my mind. Who was the first? Naki looks away from me, his porcelain face betraying only the slightest hint of sorrow. I can sense this must be a very old memory, one that he's grappled to come to terms with. A young human woman by the name of Mizuki. Naki pauses, and I get the impression he hasn't said this name in many years. She was the daughter of a botany professor I studied under, and spent her days in Ahagibara. She adored the garden, and so did I. She would listen to me talk for so long about whatever nonsense I was rambling on about that day. She'd always make this face like she was fascinated in complete wonder from the beginning to end. Seeing his soft smile while thinking of this woman, I feel a twinge of pain and something else. Envy, maybe? Naoki smiles gently, lost in a memory too far to reach anymore. I feel an even deeper ache in my heart, knowing what must be coming. Being long-lived, sometimes I wonder if it isn't harder than dying. I had assumed she was a student, but she wasn't. I didn't even know what she did outside of school. It just seemed as if she was always in that garden, waiting for me, so we could always talk about this and that. I think somewhere I was too afraid to ask more. As if she might vanish overnight if I did. Perhaps I had a premonition somehow. By the time I thought I would marry her, and was preparing to ask her father for permission, I found out that she had a terminal illness. Oh, I panicked. I lost my sense. I went through every step of grieving. Then I threw myself into research. Perhaps it was a few months or a year. Whatever the amount, it was never enough time. I couldn't cure her. She had known that from the beginning to the end, and had taken our time for what it was worth, yeah. But I had spent our remaining moments in a great deal of stress and denial. Naoki pauses and then scrubs his face. Needless to say, I have many regrets about my inability to save her. I place a small hand on Naoki's back, and he turns to me. I haven't met anyone else who made me feel the same sort of connection until I met you, Aurelia. Aw, I lost a good thing many years ago, and I don't think I'll ever be able to fill that hole she left behind. But with you, I remember what it was to truly connect with someone. And so, you became precious to me. I think I get it now. Tomorrow, I promise I will protect you. And forever if you let me. Oh, Naoki? What exactly are you saying? Naoki cuffs my cheek lightly. His touch feels especially cold against my hot cheeks. That I want you. Oh, that I want everything about you. Now, always, and forever. Oh my god! There it is! Ooh, there it is! I find myself breathless and unable to immediately reply to Naoki's passionate declaration. No one interrupt me, please! Listening to Naoki's story, I felt many things. But can I say I feel the same exact way about him as he does about me? Yes? I haven't had enough time to answer that question. No! When someone doesn't feel the same way, it's a kind of loneliness. I close my eyes, feeling the touch of a man who has undoubtedly become important to me. Yes. I thought someone was going to interrupt us. I don't want this moment to be interrupted. But he's right. I don't want to make him feel that kind of loneliness, even in a relationship. So I struggle to find the right words to express how I feel. To be as honest with him as he has with me. I need some time. Okay, well, yeah, fair. To figure things out. To figure out if we feel the same way. Don't get me wrong. I think you're wonderful. You're an incredible and attractive man. You're special to me. But not special enough? No. Naoki drops his hand, and contradictory to what I'm saying, I long to feel it again. I'm just kind of scared of commitment, you know. I can't say that with certainty yet. I see. I just don't want to cause you any more pain either, Naoki. You deserve to be with someone who will feel the same way about you. I just need to make sure that I am that person. Naoki's face looks like an expressionless mask more than ever right now, and I can't tell what he's thinking. I should get some rest. We both should. Oh god, Naoki turns and begins to walk away. I hope I didn't mess things up, bro. I mean, we never really had much interaction or choice interaction anyway, so like... And all the choices I've made so far has been leaning towards him. So like, I feel like this is just canon. Like, we need time to figure shit out. Instead, I call out to him, fluttering in the air. Naoki. When he turns around, I peck him on the cheek. Our eyes meet, his filled with so many emotions that it's hard for me to pick one out. Confusion, attraction, loneliness, searching. It breaks my heart, and yet I can't do more than this right now. Thank you for everything. I mumble the words, not knowing how to put what I mean into them. For protecting me, for trusting me, for loving me. I want to say them, but I know right now I can't. They'd only hurt him more. Naoki stares at me a moment longer before turning on his heel, moving back towards the cabin. It takes everything I have not to ask him to stay. It wouldn't be fair when I was the one who caused him to leave. That night, when I sleep, I dream of Naoki. I don't remember much about them, but I do remember that he's always sad, alone, and out of my reach in them. Though I want to reach out to him, I can't. I can't understand what's blocking my feelings. Why I can't be sure that I feel the same exact way about him. It's not an answer I find that day or the next. Okay. Oh, I cock-blocked myself. That is a plot twist I didn't expect, but okay, fair enough. It's night of the next day when we finally land on Atlantean soil. The most unsettling thing is, this island shouldn't be here. Last time the entire island raised up from the depths as we approached before Pax and I's very eyes. Wow, okay, so it's like here already. But this time it was just there, yeah, waiting. Okay, why did we have to land at night? Yeah, it's scary. It looks 100 times more unsettling, right? For once, I totally agree with you, Katsu. Understandably, Ilios and Katsu have decided to go in their true forms, yeah. But Hikaru decided to do the opposite due to the fact that it would make him more susceptible to the chaos. We don't have any more time to waste, so day or night. We've gotta go in, yeah. Besides, it doesn't look like there will be any light in there if that's the temple. It won't make a difference what time of day we go in. I'm sure it is the temple. Can't you feel that power coming from below us? Bro. Next to Tsubasa, Hikaru nods. Yeah, my hair is standing on end. Chaos. It's like everything in me is rebelling. I feel nauseated by it. You gonna be okay? Yeah. I'll manage. I have to. Okay. Then let's get this over with. With the material Tsubasa needs for her ritual in tow, we enter the lost temple of Atlantis. Oh, it's dark and it's scary. Once inside, the musty air hits me like a punch to the face, and yet it feels like it's below freezing in here. Alright, I've definitely played enough games to know a final boss dungeon when I see one. Seriously, never thought I'd actually be in one though. Life is full of surprises. There's even a cold wind blowing through, the kind that seems to go through your very soul. In it, I swear I hear voices. Let's all just agree not to talk about anything we hear, okay? Done. Yeah, it's creepy. Hey, Tsubasa. Care to light those torches? We need some light in here. Tsubasa nods, and one by one the torches blaze to life with magical fire. And so we begin our trek down the damp and lonely halls of Atlantis. Can you just stop whispering in my ear, please? Before long, it becomes apparent that the circumstances here are even more inhospitable than we thought. Simply put, almost everyone is starting to feel ill, especially Hikaru. There's some kind of miasma in the air. I noticed it when we first got in, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be so bad. Tsubasa, on the other hand, seems to be having the least difficulties. I feel fine, so that just confirms whatever it is, it's chaos-based. It's even more reason to hurry and get the hell out of here, right? I don't like this. Hang in there, Hikaru. We start to rush now, relying on Tsubasa's magical sense to find out where Muir might be sealed. Our intention isn't to go into his room if we can help it, but we need to find the seals themselves in order to channel magic into them. Thank God, it's done. They're not whispering anymore. As we get closer, though, one of those voices we've been hearing gets louder and clearer. Oh God. When I was in the divine realm, they considered me worthless. Oh, is he monologuing? For I was a weak god, and all they cared about was power. I don't think he's awake, or he'd have killed us. No one cared for me, or had need of me until Chessa. What the fuck is Chessa?
Who that is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is unwilling on his part. She loved me for who I was, not what I could do. I had never known unhappiness until I saw her smile. I had never known happiness until I saw her smile. His deepest thoughts seemed to be spilling out. Oh, guess we'll just have to deal with it. But fate was cruel to me even then. Freaky. I know, same. Chessa was taken away from me and the gods refused to bring her back. The time goddess refused. Yeah, I could not lose the only one I had ever loved. I turned to the chaos for power, but even then I was a failure. Muir's voice trails off as quickly as it came. No one says anything for a few breaths, just in case. Oh, a familiar story. Tragic circumstances force the powerless to seek power. This story is so depressing. Yeah, exactly as I'd predicted. I knew he had a good reason for all that I knew he had a good reason for all that happened. Well, we continue on in thoughtful silence, no one seeming to know what to think about Mir's story. Okay. What the hell is that? What? When we get in further, we reach a room with random creatures mindlessly dragging themselves. Gnarled, shadowy humanoid things, dripping and moist, fleshy and bubbly. Ew, moist! Disgusting! Disgusting! Watch out. Oh god. One appears to notice us and it's all downhill from there. Oh god. The entire room returns to attack us. We're forced to use whatever abilities we have against the creatures. But they fall quickly only to rise again. Are these things fucking zombies? Maybe. I think the chaos is what's sustaining them. Oh gosh. Then there's only one way past them. Cover me. Okay. Hikaru stops fighting and we're forced to keep them off him. Closing his eyes, he places his hand to his chest and begins to glow radiantly. The creatures immediately move backwards, some stumbling and falling. But Hikaru unleashes his light until it fills up the room in a burst. Whoop! Yay. I'll never get used to how blinding that is. But it always feels so warm too. When I can see again, all the creatures are on the floor in a mass of twisted flesh. Ew. It seems that they are dead this time. Hikaru himself is breathing heavily. Oh gosh. Seeing how pale he is, I flutter over to him alongside Tsubasa. As I examine him, an unfamiliar voice in my mind begins to speak. Oh, thank you. You freed me and my family. But please, I have one last request. Oh, I whip my head around to find the speaker, but all I see is an orb of light. Is that a spirit? Yes. I'm no medium, and I don't mess with death magic. So I've never seen one in my life, and wasn't keen to. But the spirit sounds desperate, so they're probably doing everything they can to communicate with us. My name is Amathia. High Priestess Amathia! Wow. Was the High Priestess of Muir. I am the one who concocted the plan to seal him away. Hey! OG! I don't have much time. I can feel the other side calling me, my family calling me. But please, free everyone else here, including Muir. I believe you can save him where we could not. And tell our story, the true story of Atlantis and Muir. Muir needs to know, to remember. The whole world needs to know. You will find a crystal further within, along with the seals we placed. Before we sealed him, we saved our story within it, for all posterity. We wanted people to know what happened here, and the sacrifices we made for the entire world. Of course, we'll do everything we can and share your story. So, you can rest easy now. Thank you. Ah, finally. Salvation. Okay, bye. The orb of light disappears in its own flash of light. I feel sorrow weigh heavily in my heart. May you find peace. So the priestess here, they must have been warped into those chaos creatures, unable to die. I know a thing or two about that. I pity them. Damn, same here. Chaos, it's a terrible thing. You've all seen it firsthand. We can't let it be unleashed upon the world. Okay? We cannot let the sacrifices, the pain that occurred here be for nothing as well. I nod, feeling even more determined to somehow make this all work out. I can't stand the thought of their suffering being in vain. Any of the suffering that's happened in all this mess being for nothing. If there's a way, we're gonna find it. We came this far, so I'm gonna do whatever I can to fulfill their last request. I turn back to Hikaru, who's still breathing heavily. I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do, but I transfer some of my energy to him via the same method that healing is done. I immediately feel weaker, but some color returns to Hikaru's face. You're gonna need it more than I will, to be honest. Thanks, Aurelia. But don't do that again. You're weakened by the chaos too. You and Tsubasa are the ones we need to make it, yeah. Let's not start thinking about having anyone Let's not start thinking about having anyone not make it, yeah. We'll do this, and all make it back together. Even if you don't believe that, that's what we need to have faith in right now. I give a lopsided smile at Hikaru's unexpected optimism and nod. Okay, then we continue on into the next room. Oh my god, it's like Dungeons and Dragons! It's like, we're gonna go through this ancient, like, freaking, like, little dungeon map, and we're going to go through all these different rooms, and all these different rooms have, like, different challenges. Finally, boss vibes. Yeah. Here we go. And this is where there'd be a final save point if we had one in real life. That would have been nice. I mean, I could do a save right now. It'd be nice, but no one's figured it out yet. Cillian, can you open that door? Cillian nods and begins to push it open. It's measurably heavy and old enough. Yeah. And yeah, it's measurably heavy and old though. Before long, all the guys have joined Cillian in getting the ancient door to open. Hello? I didn't think it was possible for it to get creepier, but yeah, we got this. No, I'm scared. Let's seal him back up and go home. Oh, like music to my ears. Okay, Hikaru and Cillian lead the way forward into the darkness. Oh, hey. I don't like this. The room that we enter is strangely upkept, unlike the rest of the temple. It's pristine, even as if time has never touched it in thousands of years. There are no torches, but there is a dimly lit floating crystal in the middle. Okay. That must be the crystal the spirit was talking about. Next to me, Tsubasa nods, then walks towards it. Touch it, poke it. Lifting her hand, she uses her magic to make the crystal descend into her hands. When she does, the light illuminates the room beyond enough for us to realize someone is sitting on the throne. Oh, eek! Ah, eek! Tsubasa jumps back, but thankfully doesn't drop the crystal. The shadowy figure doesn't move, though, and I wonder if it's dead. Maybe it's his husk. Well, it's a throne, so... Is that Muir? I can't believe I didn't see it. I can't believe I didn't sense him. And maybe it's just his husk, you know? His mortal body. Hikaru casts a large orb of light on the room. Oh, the shadows and whispering around us recede, leaving only Muir. He sits, bound to his throne, both physically by chains and by some sort of glowing tendril of magic. He lifts his head slowly, apparently in a daze. I don't know what I expected him to look like, but it wasn't this beautiful, yet somehow sad figure bound pitifully to what had been his seat of power. It doesn't look like he's fully here right now. His consciousness must be elsewhere. It's good that he's not mentally here right now, but I'd really like to go. I know. Shit, the seals are actually in this room, so we can't just leave. His corporal form truly is trapped here then. Were I in his place, I would not stay in my body either. That explains why he's relying so much on the cultists to do his bidding. I guess when they sealed him, they actually sealed him, yeah. How cruel, bound to his throne for all eternity. I'm absolutely sure they had a reasoning for that. Tsubasa takes her suitcase from Cillian and places the crystal in what I know must be a Salazar bag. Is it the never-ending bag? Yes, the endless bag. The Salazar bag is a magical bag of holding. It's an enchanted bag that holds an expanded space within it for keeping items in. The enchantment itself is very complicated to make, so these types of bags are rare. The larger the inner space, the rarer the bag. Then she begins to take out the items she brought from the ritual. Yeah. Is there anything we can do to help you set up, Sue? Just quietly watch him or something. He creepy. It makes me totally nervous having to do this with him literally right there. Right? For real, let's do our best not to wake him up. We quietly watch Muir gently sway to and fro as Tsubasa sets up candles and magical items around the room. Then Muir's voice begins to resound in our heads again. Oh, there he comes. He's here. Hello, he's connected to the Zoom chat. I couldn't bring Chessa back. I was cast out of heaven, rejected by my own kind. He's unconsciously continuing his story, but there's little we can do about it besides wait anxiously. He must have repeated these thoughts a million times by now, if he's still thinking about it on a loop like this. I was searching for a place to die on Earth when I came upon this island. It was to be my tomb. But then the time goddess told me Chessa would be reborn. I would gladly wait an eternity to hold her in my arms again. And so I waited. Then the children of Avalon came, seeking refuge under my meager power. They established Atlantis and became my children. I had something to protect and something to look forward to. I felt content, accepted at last. But the Alpha... Sue, how's that ritual coming? Can you speed it up? Ruined everything, yeah. With their tricks and their lies, they wormed their way into Atlantis and turned my children against me. Muir's words begin to fill our minds to near bursting, painfully blocking out any other thoughts or sensation. I'm done setting up. Okay, let's go. A fierce wind begins to emanate from Muir. They rejected me, yes. My kingdom of paradise became my tomb. I'm gonna start channeling now, okay? And now, even Chessa is beyond my reach. I have never done anything to deserve this fate. Okay, sir, can you, turn down the wind, please? I can't hear myself. Okay, turn down the wind. Turn the wind down, please. Turn the wind down. We make an anxious protective ring around Tsubasa while Muir continues to yell in our minds. Okay. I deserve more. I deserve vengeance. Okay, on the throne, Muir himself begins to stir. Uh-oh, uh-oh. His head snaps up and looks right at us. Oh my god, he's so scary! The next words he say are with his own cracked voice. And now you would seek to seal me again. The whispers from before now become howls. Oh, gigantic green shadowy tendrils rise from Muir as Tsubasa opens her eyes, glowing green. After all I've done for Atlantis, for my children, after the world forgot me, and yet I fought to reclaim my freedom. Tsubasa recites an incantation, stumbling as quickly as she can over the foreign words. You would dare imprison a god? Sinners! Yeah, whatever. Muir is covered in a vivid green glow, while shadows lift his body off the throne. This is not good. I am the judge, jury, executioner, and God himself. We're fucked. We're fucked. The vengeance of the lost, the betrayed, the oppressed, the forgotten shall be dealt. Okay. The tendrils shoot out at us so quick that it seems as if they've teleported. Spells go off, and despite our defensive stances, none of us were actually prepared for it. The tendrils shoot at us, aiming to go through us. I helplessly cover my face as one comes right for me. Aurelia! Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't let it be Naoki. I don't feel pain, but I hear someone else's. Naoki! I open my eyes to see Naoki in front of me. Of course it's him, with a tendril piercing his heart. I can't see the blood on his black shirt, but dampness quickly shines in what little light there is. Naoki! Oh my god! The tendrils vanish when Hikaru blasts it with an orb of light. Oh my god! Naoki collapses and I do my damnedest to catch him. But the moment my hands touch him, we're torn away from each other. No! The tendrils ignore all of our attacks and instead set up a wrapping around each of us and lifting us in the air again. Including Tsubasa. Oh no. Our homegirl. Muir floats over to us, free as a bird, before landing gently. I failed! Oh my god, yes. You did, Chaos Witch. Free! I am finally free! Oh my god. His jubilant yet unstable voice rings out through the room, echoing. I desperately struggle against the writhing, disgusting feeling of the chaos on my body and try to look for Naoki. But I can't see him. Please, please be okay. I am overjoyed that I had an audience for my release. I had thought about whether or not to toy with you all when I heard you were coming. But I want to find my heart right away and spread my judgment to the entire world. So your deaths will be quicker than what you deserve. Muir suddenly catches a fit of laughter as he doubles over cackling. Yes, this dude is totally insane. Even if he wasn't before, it's clear that he is now. More than I'm worried about myself, though, I'm worried about Naoki, right? The thought of him dying as I dangle here, only a short distance away from me, is killing me. I think you forgot about me. Go, Hikaru! Beside me, Hikaru's body emanates such a potent light that the tendrils around him vanishes instantly. He drops to the ground, one hand catching himself in a kneeling pose. Superhero pose! Then he looks up at Muir. Hello. You are a nuisance. A false god, an abomination. You shouldn't be allowed to have divine powers. Okay, Hikaru slowly walks in front of the group, then glances at us. He's smiling. What? Oh, no. What's he going to do, right? What? Hikaru turns back to face Muir. Hikaru turns back around to face Muir. And yet I do. I'm a demigod, yet I'm strong enough to oppose a fallen god. Huh? How that must sting. Muir screams with rage as sudden tears burst from his eyes. Okay, he hurls a plethora of tendrils at Hikaru, but they all vanish when they try to pierce his glowing skin. You miss being a god, don't you? The warmth of the divinity? It feels so much better than the chaos flowing through you. Muir looks at Hikaru in surprise for a second, before leveling a glare of deep hatred at him. The chaos embraced me, but the divine rejected me. I can never return. There's a question I've been wondering about for some time. Is it possible to cleanse a corrupted god? You gotta do the cleansing thing? Oh my god, I want to try. Even if it takes my life. No! Hey! Don't you dare. No! I will never go back to being that powerless again. I will never be rejected again. A shroud of bright green light covers Muir as a light orb of the same color begins to gather in his hand. Hikaru begins to glow even brighter than before, slowly filling the room with a dazzling light. At the same time, realizing the sacrifice he's about to make, Tsubasa and I both yell, Hikaru! No! What? If he dies here, I'm gonna be sad. Then I'm blinded by an intense sparkling light. Oh. Naoki's story, chapter 9? Oh, okay, yeah, so that was chapter 8. What do you mean Naoki's story? Are we getting a flashback of his backstory now? Oh my god! Oh my god, is it because he's dying? Is it because he's having his his life flash before his eyes right now? Oh my god, okay, fine, I guess. Anyways, but regardless, we're gonna end this here, you guys. We've gone on for quite some time already, as this chapter is significantly a lot longer than some of the chapters we've had so far. And of course, I'm still sticking to my guns about having the episodes by chapter. So yes, so this is, I guess, the perfect time to end it, as you know, for timing and for the chapter thing. So. Oh my god, there was a lot going on. So our binding ritual, our sealing ritual has failed, so now we're gonna have to try to do the cleansing one, so it seems. Oh my god, I hope Hikaru doesn't die. I hope no one dies, to be quite honest, because that would suck. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for all your patience and enjoying this Let's Play, all this love and for my channel and all the love for my Let's Play as well. I'm really glad to hear that you guys are enjoying it. Please tune in next time. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe, put on the notification bell to my channel, because again, that is the only clear and definitive way that will let you know that you guys know when's the next time I'm going to upload, because I am technically still on a hiatus in recording because of the whole conflict in scheduling and time. So even if you guys do ask me when's the next time I'm going to upload, I will not know myself. So again, subscribing, putting notifications to my channel. If you guys really want to know when this is the next time I'm going to upload a Let's Play episode, then that is the best way. That is the best option for you. So tune in next time. Again, as I've said before already, but I'm signing off now. So I'm signing off here now. So see you guys next time, wherever that is. Hopefully it is soon. But this, of course, is not the end. We're still going through this. Okay, we are still going to go through this right until the very end. So yeah, I'll see you then. But for now, bye.